So next what happened? Now comes the Naskhi script. Naskhi script. So earlier, all that time, which script were we talking about? The Kufi script. It's called the Kufi script. The one that you saw here, these are all Kufi scripts. This one is Naskhi. This one is Kufi. That one is Nasikhi. What we have today is Naskhi script. What in the shelf that we have, most common that is printed, like this one, right? This one that you have here, it's common one. It's a Naskhi script here. All usually this is mostly used by the Arab in the Arab countries. So that's the most common today. Kind of became a standard because it's printed so much. So that is again, there's no more Kufi script anymore. Nobody reads it. And why did this replacement happen? Because this kind of script is much better, because if you notice, Kufi scripts were like very like angular and straight, and now this Naskhi script, like it has like curves, and it looks more beautiful. So that evolution happens, the different font basically, but the letters are kind of the same. So even if you open Microsoft Word, you select different fonts, right? It's just a way of writing, but nothing else. Nothing else changed in the Mus'haf. The letter for letter again is preserved. So his name was Ibn Muqla, who introduced this script. Around this happened much later, 320 Hijrah. And a lot of other scripts also started to come, like in 7th century. There's another one called Khat al-Nastaliq that came into picture as well. I have some snapshots here about the different kinds of scripts. These are the famous ones: Kufi, Naskhi, Khat al-Nastaliq, Farsi, Maghribi, and Braille. What is this Braille? It's for the blind people. Can you imagine we have Quran for the blind people as well? We'll see how it looks. Let's see. Farsi, this is the script that is used by the Indian subcontinent. We have it, right? All this on the top. It's a little bit different. So let's see what the difference is. Naskhi and Farsi script. So this one is used mostly in the Indian subcontinent, and this one came in. This one is mostly used everywhere. Basically, it's kind of standard now. So this is the one that is printed mostly in Medina printing complex and also in Egypt. So that's the most standard one. So if you actually notice, in the time of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and in the time of Sayyidina Abu Bakr, Uthman radiallahu anhu, both the scripts were not there. Actually, the script that was there was what? Kufi script. Now this one is kind of more standard, more widespread, and more people read it. And this one is also approved by whoever scholars are living in that part of the world.
What is the difference?
Same thing, same Arabic. It's a style of writing, like you see the sword and everything. Don't you notice the difference? It's like, yeah, it's a different form, Times New Roman and Verdana, for example. It's a different form. So the rules might be a little different, how much it should curve, how much it should go below the line, and so on. But
only thing I'm confused, the very first letter, if Alif has your Kasra and they have a Hamza there, right?
Yeah. So this Hamza is also an addition. It wasn't there in the original Mus'haf. It doesn't make difference to the meaning at all. It's just an addition. For example, if you look this mark, right? You have the Saleh here, basically telling you it's better not to stop here. But in this one, you have some other mark. Maybe where is it? Pa or Dal or something. So so different people came up with different ideas. So let's see another one. You know about this script? This is called the Maghribi script. And I mean, people who can read the Naskhi can kind of read Farsi script, and Farsi people can also read the Naskhi script, but this one is very difficult. Don't even try to do that. Because if you notice, what is this? I put for comparison, Fi qulubihim. Surah Al-Baqarah, yeah, this very famous one.
It's actually worse.
It's verse script. But the writing here is Maghribi script, but the letter here, if you notice, Fa, it looks like Fa, right? But this is actually Qaf. So and for Fa they write they
Fa before it does have dots.
Fa has underneath. That's correct. So if you try to read Quran, this one this can change meaning. So be careful. So you should know. I mean, I just showed you one letter. There might be more differences as well. So this one is very common when people who live in like northwestern Africa, maybe Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, all those places, that they use it very common, and it's also they have something called the we read the Hafs recitation, right? And they use verse recitation. It's a little bit different. I have some session planned for it. Inshallah, probably one session or two session later. What's the difference between the two? And actually, there are some differences we will talk about. But most common that all we have here, whether it's Farsi or Naskh, all of us follow Hafs recitation. So this is like probably 2%, very few. Let's look another one. SubhanAllah, this one is really amazing. The Braille script. This is for the blind people. They have a way of recognizing what letter it is based on some series of dots. Maybe like 3 dots and followed by 2 dots, and then 1 dot means seen, something like that. So they go to maybe school or something, they get trained, and they can read Quran so fast, just like the putting hands on this, and they can read Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim very fast. So that's not just common with Arabic, it's for all languages they have it. So actually the Ministry of Religious Affairs in Saudi Arabia, they published 3 volumes of this kind of script, so, and they distribute it. And this is Arabic. Arabic has a special Braille recognition. So it's not like one universal Braille script. So they have Arabic Braille. So Sod and Va, for example, all these letters, they have a fixed dots for it. So that is used very common. But earlier we said that if we write Quran like in Latin script, like in English letters, right, that is not called Quran, right? A-L-H-A-N, Alhamdulillah, how you write it. So that doesn't get the same ruling as Quran. But this particular one, probably, even though it's not Arabic letter, but they have each and every letter assigned some kind of recognition. Some like people know this is Sod, this is not S, this is Sod. They will know it. So this is kind of a script. Very few people use it, but still, this is Quran. What he's reading is Quran.